My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Happy Death Day. And this is a Groundhog Day movie. And if you don't know what I mean the movie Groundhog Day is about this man who relives the exact same day over and over again. And then in the decade of the 2010s, lots of other movies in different genres took that premise and tried to do something different with it. So in 2011, we got Source Code. In 2014, we got Edge of Tomorrow. In 2017, we got Before I Fall and Happy Death Day. In 2018, we got that Adam Devine movie, When We First Met. We also got the TV show Russian Doll. Then in 2020, we got Palm Springs. 2021, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. And I'm sure I'm missing a few, but the point is that it's happened so many times at this point, it's kind of just became its own thing. But to combine that with the slasher genre, I thought was a very smart decision, and the end result is a very entertaining movie. This movie knows exactly what it is, and it's just fun. It's a very light, breezy watch, and that's okay. Like, I could put this movie on with any mood and just enjoy it for what it is. And it still manages to utilize the premise of this girl reliving the same day over and over again in very inventive ways. Like, she knows what everybody's about to say, she knows where everything is, and just how she approaches each day differently makes for some very entertaining sequences where she's trying to figure out who is killing her. And right away, you're given like every possible suspect with every possible motive, and you're just trying to piece it together. Sometimes it uses it for comedic effect when she dyes her hair and walks around naked. That's really funny. And then we just see her interact with the environment. Well, she just knows everything. Like, she'll grab a pillow and put it under this guy's head that she knows is about to fall down. Or she watches this one guy when he's in his room and finds things out about him. So it does fully utilize the premise to make this feel different than slasher movies. Because if it weren't for that, it would just feel like a Scream ripoff with a lot less meta commentary. Because you've got this villain in this plastic mask chasing this girl. It does feel like Scream in moments. Now that said, as a whole movie, it's not really that scary. There's one really tense scene when she's in her bedroom, and that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it. So it's not a really scary movie. It's a lot more entertaining and funny than scary, but it still feels a part of the horror genre, so I think it works fine enough as a horror comedy, emphasis on the comedy. And I do think Christopher Landon does a really good job directing this movie. He approaches it with the right tone, and I love that one cut when she got stabbed and she's falling down, and then it changes to the next morning. It's a very small moment, but one I like nonetheless. The cast all does a really good job, but Jessica Roth is just a star here. She is great in this movie. Like, she has so much charm and charisma and personality, and she is the glue that holds this movie together. And she just lights up the movie whenever she's on screen, and I think that's literally every single second. And you also do buy her character transformation. You also got Israel Broussard, and I think he's very likable. He's just this guy who proves time and time again that he genuinely cares for Tree, and I like that. And their relationship would be very rushed from his point of view, but it still manages to be sweet nonetheless. The rest of the cast is fine, but no one really stands out. I don't really care for the villain. Like, I guess the baby mask is a nice addition, so there's something iconic about him, but he never feels more than just random dude in a baby mask with a knife. I wish they put a bit more effort there. My other negative is the last act. It's a bit too cheesy, a bit too sentimental, even for me. Everything with the dad, I get why it's here. I've seen the second movie, but it feels out of place still. And there's one moment where they're like, all these injuries that are happening to you are kind of adding up. Like, you're not immortal. If you keep dying, you could eventually die. I'm like, okay, that is a brilliant way to add stakes. And then they just do nothing with that. It feels forgotten. She kills herself again later because she needed to. I'm just like, well, would you risk it at that point? And then also when you find out who's behind everything and why, it's just not very satisfying. Like, at first you think it's one person, and then you realize there's a mastermind behind everything, which makes a tiny bit more sense. But then the why is just like zero effort put into it. So overall, I do enjoy this movie. I think it's very fun. I think it's a light, breezy watch. I think Jessica Ross elevates this entire movie. And I do like the soundtrack. It's filled with pop songs of today, but it fits the tone. And even though I do got some issues, it's a really good movie that I do recommend if you want to have a fun time and just turn off your critical brain. So I'm going to go ahead and give Happy Death Day a 7 out of 10. Whole ringtone of, hey, it's your birthday, somebody's gonna pick up the phone. It's really catchy, but have you seen Happy Death Day? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for some more videos soon, and Gavin out.